Next up, we're going to find out why we need to have a platform to run the metaverse, and to share that with us is the Centurion Invest Chief Strategy Officer. Please put your hands together for Utpal Nath. How you doing?
Thank you. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing? There you go. Metaverse, like, as Dave said earlier, metaverse, multiverse, omniverse, so many metaverses are there. But one common thing has been immersed there, in each conversation, which I've been luckily, hearing from my previous speakers. There is a necessity of a platform. There is a necessity of experiences. There is a necessity of convergence. There is a necessity of collaboration. Without that, as my previous speaker has said, that there is two parts very, very important in Metaverse, is that the digital twins. So that means the physical world and virtual world has to match somewhere. It cannot be only a virtual world, and which is going to be eventually collapse. Second point is the social strata, which is coming up. So this is where the physical and digital point is there. So today, then this 10 minutes or 20 minutes, I'm going to just brush you through what is the importance of platform in the terms of metaverse, which is evolving. And so, let me see. Okay, there you go. Okay. So as you see, the platform which we are from, Centurion Invest is a platform. We are a platform. So I'm going to be connecting how this platform is going to be enabling the metaverse world for tomorrow's, or making you ready for the tomorrow's new multinomics. The metaverse is not the future. It is already here. Okay? It is a conversation about becoming and not simply being. So Web 2 has been being, we have been being with UGC, user-generated content. We have been being in social platforms. We have been being in presence in our smartphones. But what we have not becoming is what Metaverse is going to give it to us. Some of us, unfortunately, has started the journey of the becoming, and they're in the forefront of that. So there has been a lot of buzzwords on metaverses. Okay, so I just wanted to get some point, to draw your attention that there have been billions and billions transactions has been done. There has been a billions of socialized which has been already been taken care. 80+ million or 100+ million has been created as a content economy in 1 year. Probably in 2021 when we were looking into, where the world was under COVID. Then 41 billion of assets had been owned, and tokens has been done, including, as my previous speaker has said, that the fraud ones, the ones which are not supposed to be. So why I'm trying to build this up here is that these numbers on your left-hand side, it shows that the importance of metaverse and importance of how it's been collaborating to the funnel we're looking at. But what is it? What is the metaverse? Okay. For me, and probably many of us here will understand, because the way we are looking at metaverse is actually the seamless convergence of our physical and digital lives, creating an unified virtual community. And here is the keyword: community, where we can work, we can play, we can enjoy, or we can relax, or the experience what we can create. The blur between the physical world and the virtual world is what is metaverse, which we could talk about. And that's not being, that's becoming. Our individuals becoming to the next level. This is what the metaverse is currently stand up. Let's give a little bit of other platform, other perspective to it, okay? If you see that, we can consider metaverse when it moves from Web 2 to Web 3. And I'm not going to dwell down on what is Web 3, Web 2, Web 3. I assume that, we understand and we have seen this journey. But there are three characteristics which comes up. There has to be a platform characteristics when it moves from Web 2 to Web 3. There is user interactions or user interfaces or user experience, what we call. And third is the commercials. the cryptos, NFTs, like, the cryptonomics, crypto economics, which we imbibe on, like, trillions of dollars. These are the three factors which drive the Web 2 to Web 3 or Web 3 to from tomorrow to Web 4. We need to understand the platform, user interfaces, easier to use, user interactions, user experiences, bringing it to phone, bringing it to the glasses, as he said recently, like, and the third is the commercials behind it, the crypto, or whatever you call it, the digital assets economy in which we are thriving on. This is the basic pillars of becoming, like, Web 2 to Web 3 in our economics. So that brings the third part is the metanomics, the economics of metaverse. Economics of metaverse relies on two factors, that there is a creator economy, so everybody comes and collaborate. It's a community effect, the community economy. And second point is the easiest transaction or seamless between transacting within the community, intra-community, or interoperability with the outside world. Now, as you said, go back, like, on the metaverse, it's between physical world and the virtual world. So there has to be some kind of interoperability between these economics or cryptos or whatever we call it to work between the virtual world and the physical world. This is where a platform like us comes into picture. There has been a lot of growth happening. I will just quickly brush through what is the metaverse so that we can understand and come to a point. When we look into the metaverse, as I mentioned, there are a couple of layers as very, very important roles plays an important role. And specifically, that layer is an experience layer. Then we have a special layer, which is discovery. Okay, that is the social layer, that network layer, ad network that which can give the creativity. Then third important layer is the creative economy layer. A gentleman here just before me has already spoken very deeply about the spatial community, which is like, again, blur between the physical and the digital world. Decentralization, the governance model, which is thriving where we have moving from Web 2 to Web 3 is another important model on that. And without human being, whereas as you said, there are the twins, or without human being, the physical measure, it cannot be successful. And lastly, the infrastructure. I'll quickly show what we mean by that. Experience layer is the core layer where we sit outside and feel it, whether it's a game, whether it is a shopping experience, whether it is just a classroom experience, whether it is going to a medical or a clinical experience, based on the use cases. Okay, where the metaphors come. So ultimately, that experience creates a big role. And it gives, some trends which we started to sing. Then I will not go too much in detail on the trends. This is more of a tech side of it. With this experience, currently is more lived in teens. I don't know how many of you have teens as your son or daughter. I have mine sitting down there. She's 16. And I've seen that world, what they have lived and what we used to live, the difference between. And eventually I have my close known, who is a gamer, as a teen son who is a gamer. And I understand what life they are leading, which is today's world is saying, oh, what is this? Somebody sitting down and is just get out of the room to eat and drink and go for poo-poo. And the rest of the world, he is inside the computers. And I know you must have seen this experiences. You must have seen this kind of personality in your life. It's become very rampant. But that is what the metaverse world is, because for him, that virtual world is his world. That is where he eats, it's where he talks, it's where he communicates, it's where he transacts. He lives in that. He learns, or she learns. But there is another thing. That is where his world is moving, and I'm seeing the metaverse is coming is this. So teens, unfortunately, are ahead of us, and they have understood that. Now, what we need to do is we need to structure the metaverse which is coming or which is already here with us. The walled garden approach, for example, Apple phone. All of us are probably using Apple as a platform, which is a walled garden, platform approach, which has been a successful. That gives, that interactions between its applications or ecosystem building is what focuses on that. So platforms which are successful are walled garden platform, which is that means the ecosystem has been built in each other strategically. Second layer is the discovery layer, where you discover, like, your fellow friends and fellow metaversians, okay, which is like, the community-driven content, okay. That's the, like, content marketplace. So the app stores or application stores will be replaced to the content marketplaces there. Or whether, like, the Shopify, that the content marketplace will be there. Like, for example, if you're shopping in Metaverse, it will be the experience of other creators creating a shopping virtual, for example, this phone or this particular piece of thing, virtually created. Sorry. Okay, sorry, 5 minutes. Layer 3, the creator economy. Okay, I will not do the community as I emphasize much. Spatial community computing is between that, like, the 3D, the spatial, like, GPS system to the IoT connectivity, next generation user interfaces, etc. All collecting together, like, spatial community. This is my favorite one, decentralized, and this is where this is the core of changing the way we started looking into various thought processes of various systems, which will be imbibed on the governance model, that this has to be an integral part of a metaverse initially or afterwards also. The network, if I'm not going to, but the human interface is also very important. Like, as we say, metaverse is not only AR, VR, but still we have to have a human interfaces important, whether we wear a glass or wear a piece of a software or piece of a hardware, like, and a phone. But then this is with initialization of metaverse is human. Okay, it's not. This is a notion that it's not going to be, like, human, and it's like, we'll be a slave of robots or slave of machines. No, human will be playing a factor in metaverse. Otherwise, the metaverse will diminish. And lastly is the infrastructure layer, whether it's the chips, the computing power, GPUs, the network, 4G, 3G, 5G, 6G, like, all of them would be very, very important to create the metaverse. Now, back to my question, like, what should be our strategy? When I say all this, like, experiences and how metaverse is evolving, still it's not evolved. So as a platform, and we are a platform which enable the economy of metaverse. What does it mean? And I'll just emphasize is that the payment part of your crypto. So fiat to crypto, physical to digital world to physical world, crypto to fiat. Our platform, Centurion Invest, interacts. So we have a trading platform which enables you to users to buy, acquire crypto, buy crypto, trade crypto, yield crypto, earn crypto, and then get out from there to the physical world of the fiat if you want to, seamlessly, is within one factor. In that we have, I'll just show you, like, the slide is that we have our ecosystem, which is built up from core as a trading platform. We have build a system of getting into the physical card. We have a system of enabling the shopping experience. We have a system of enabling having the wallets, which is like many other crypto platforms or trading platforms are evolving, and getting users to experience, earn, yield, trade, buy, acquire in one seamless platform. I believe, and we strongly believe, that in crypto world, this is the main important thing, like, which require in metaverse. So our strategy for metaverse is three-way. We are industrializing the metaverse platform providers. So what we'll be doing is all metaverse providers, many of our colleagues who are there, various metaverse, various experience. So we will provide the platform, like, with actors, contributors, with bank-grade products and digital assets platform access, enabling the content providers, and more commercialize their interactions so that the NFTs, their tokens, their cryptos could be traded, could be placed, could be securely held in our platform. And third, scaling the metaverse industry to worldwide with other payment methods and payment sort of channels. With this, I would like to thank you for listening to me this afternoon, and we wish you all the best from Centurion Invest. Thank you so much.